You know, the Grand was built by the business community of Galveston. It's always a source of pride for me to make that point when I'm doing any kind of a tour or talking about the Grand at all, because people today always think about the arts and entertainment as something extra. And in 1894, it was far from extra. It was a part of the business plan of this city. It was good for business then, it's good for business now. But a gentleman by the name of Henry Greenwald, who was an entrepreneur who had come to Galveston, he had actually landed here with his brother, and when he talked to the businessmen of Galveston, he said, Galveston is the premier city of this state, and it deserves the premier opera house. And he raised the money to build this building in one day. It was a plan to raise $100,000. Henry and his investors from New York put down 25. He was going to get the rest from the Galveston merchants. And so it's a fascinating story that you could, in one day, do a business plan and have an idea about a major performing arts center and get the ball rolling. In March of 1894, and on January 3rd, 1895, this place opened. So the write-up goes that this was considered the grandest temple of Thespis in the whole South, and what a heady distinction, for this opera house in this island port city. But you have to remember that in 1894, Galveston was the premier city of Texas. It was the Wall Street of the Southwest. But in 1900, this theater was severely damaged. The back wall of the stage was blown out. The roof was taken off. The north wall was also blown out. And the cupola, this majestic cupola that defined this building, that was taken off. It's never been replaced. I mean, it was devastated. But I have to believe that the Grand was a priority to get fixed in this community because it was a place of healing. It was non-sectarian, it was non-political, it was just a place for people to gather. People came to Galveston from out of town to come to this theater, just as they do today. October of 1901, barely a year after the storm, this place was back up and running. And I marvel at that. So it speaks to the power of the arts, it speaks to the power of community, certainly the attitude of survival in this community. We are always going to be part of the healing, no matter what that is. If it's from a storm, it's from an economic downturn, it's from whatever. So from the very beginning, this opera house showcased European actors, famous personages, musicians, opera stars, people who were well known here in this country, people in the area, and local productions that included dance recitals and an early Mardi Gras coronation. Today, we are doing exactly what Henry Greenwald envisioned us doing in 1894. We are still doing people from all over the world, famous, very famous people, masters at their craft. We are doing Texas-based artists. We are doing local artists. We have our symphony that makes its home here, and our ballet who makes its home here. And we are doing about 11 different dance recitals every year and a Mardi Gras coronation. So how wonderful to come full circle. The Grand is now this year, this season of 2019-2020, is our 125th anniversary season. But I wanted this to be a legendary season because, in my mind, we have legendary status. I mean, we have gone through so much and we have survived so much. And on our 100th anniversary season, we were declared the official opera house of the state of Texas. So 125 years later, here we are. with a season that has legends like Paul Anka. We have the Texas Tenors, who have become legends in their own right. We have the $1 Million Quartet. We've got Willie Nelson, talk about a legend. We have Willie Nelson this year. We have the Temptations. You know, so you look at the kind of things that we're doing this season, and they really speak to our history and our strength of purpose and staying true to our mission. This grant has been home to a lot of people, and the artists who come here from all over the country are some of our best ambassadors. They take pride in playing here. Love the Grand, love Galveston.